So you can get an overview of the housing. We have those 3 bolts. That's bolted onto our engine. We have this piece up here. We got to disconnect 2 hoses on this side and 1 hose on the other side and that 1 electrical connector. I'm going to do my best to film, but I can already tell you there's not a lot of room in there. So let's see what we can do together. We're going to take off this plastic cover. There's 2 10mm bolts. Now on the side, there's little clips. We'll just take an angled pick or a flat screwdriver. We'll get those clips. Once I get one off, I'll show you what it looks like. So just like this, and what you're doing is just popping that top off, and then the whole clip comes out. So just go around, pop off all the clips. And then in the back, they changed up fasteners. It is a T20. All right, now this whole thing can just slide out. And now we have our front plastic to do. We'll take off all the 10mm first. So on the side, let me show you. There's another clip here in the back. I'll just pop that off. Let me grab my angled pick. There we go. Got it. And then another T20. All right, now this drops down. We'll do the same thing to the other side. For these clips, if you had to choose between a screwdriver and a pick, I'd take the pick. Much easier. Then we got this bolt. All right, now the whole thing will come down and we'll set it aside. We remove the plastic to get to our coolant drain, which is on the passenger side. But we'll just take this little wing here, we'll turn it, it'll start spilling out of this, and we'll just let it do its thing. There we go. It's coming out. We'll come up here, take this cap off. That'll let air come into the system. It'll drain a little faster. Let's start with this piece here. There's a little plastic retainer. Just pop that away. This little piece can wiggle up and out. Now there is an O-ring here, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to replace that O-ring, even if it's not leaking yet. Then we'll take a pair of pliers, pop this clamp off, pull it back. Twist this hose, pull it off. Now, I already took off this, but that'll be the next thing to remove. Move this out of the way. Move you over a little. You can't really see very well. We want to take this hose's hose clamp off right here. We'll do that with a flat screwdriver. Put it in here. See if we can twist this and pop it off. Nice. We'll get this out of the way. We have this hose clamp here. We use those same pliers. Pull that back. Oop. There, that should be far enough. Maybe a little further. There we go. I'm gonna take the pliers and just move this. There we go, perfect. Take a flat screwdriver, push on the front. There, now it should come off pretty easy. Okay, move this out of the way. We have this electrical connector. There's just a tab on it. You pinch that tab, pull up. So just this tab here, that's done. Now we just have our 3 bolts. They are an inverted Torx E10 or an 8mm 6-point. Just buzz these out. And we'll just wiggle it, it'll pop off. There. That's it. Now we'll just wipe off the surface. We'll put this on. Slide it in, get this electrical out of the way. There, if you can get one of these bolts with your fingers, sorry if my hand's in your way, just try to line one of these bolts up with the hole. Once you get one in, then the other should be easier. And we'll make sure we get some good threads started before using any power tools, if we are using any. All right, I'm gonna suck these down. If you are using power tools, go super light. I'm gonna throw the torque spec on the screen. It is not very much. This little piece, turn it around if the connector is facing the wrong direction. We'll plug it in. Make sure it won't come back out. Okay, we got our hose here in the back. Slide that on. We'll get that clamp on. Put our big hose on. Tighten that up. Just good and snug. Move you around. Get our lower radiator hose on. This is just using a hose clamp. Now I got this hose, I'll just put on. I like to try to put the clamps back on where they came off of, so you can see their little indents. Try to put them back in that same indent location if possible. All right, like that. So that's not tight. So we'll probably need to get a hose clamp for that, otherwise it's gonna leak. I didn't think about that back one. See if it's tight. Yeah, it feels tight. This one's just loose. So let me pull this back off. No big deal. And we'll take this clamp off completely. Okay, I got this one. We'll put that on. I'll move this out of the way. We got to be careful when tightening hose clamps. We don't want them too tight. There, nice. Because they will start digging into the hose. Now we got this. We'll just put that in. Be a nice tight fit. There we go. Have our little plastic retainer that goes on. And that's it. We'll go underneath, make sure our coolant drain is closed, and we'll run through a bleeding procedure. On this side, underneath this box, if we go down, right there is a little radiator bleeder. With a standard Phillips, you want to take that out. Now we'll take our antifreeze of choice. Now I should have mentioned on that bleeder screw, it doesn't have to come completely out, just unscrewed all the way. And you can also use a flathead if you have that handy instead of a Phillips. Then we just start filling this up until coolant comes out of that bleeder. Once coolant starts coming out of that bleeder, we'll close off that bleeder and we'll start the vehicle up. I'll throw the rest of the procedure on the screen. There's only a few more steps to do and you're done. Clean everything off really well so it'll be easy to identify if there's any leaks. Other than that, thanks for watching. I'll have links in the description for all the parts and tools used. If you have any questions, comment, post down below. We'll see you on the next one.